Remember when you gave me crap for pointing out how Randy Rodriguez doesn't always take care of the runners he inherits? I'd like to bring that back up.
Oh, damn it. Listen, if Adrian Morejon could have come in and just taken care of business, then Randy Rodriguez wouldn't have had to come in with runners on base. Then he only would have let one run score. And that was because the catcher threw the ball away. This was all a giant conspiracy, Matthew. This is a bunch of BS. I won't stand for it. I will not have Randy Rodriguez's name besmirched.
I think the problem was that Dave Roberts was just doing his best Bob Melvin imitation and just putting him in there.
Well, that is the guy that you go get when there are runners on base, right? Part of the problem is that Randy's always coming in with runners on base. In fact,
part of the problem is that he allows 40% of the runners he inherits to score.
Listen, Matthew, as do many other gentlemen, I will have you know that one Taylor Rogers allows 82% of his inherited runners to score. And yet, he has an ERA plus of 163 this year.
Okay, all right. I think we could both agree that there is no problem. It's a made-up problem.
It's a made-up problem, and also I've been looking into it, Matthew, and the propensity for allowing inherited runners to score seems to be completely random.
Yeah, I mean, when you come in with runners on base, some of them are going to score.
That is correct. I
think 100% of us agree that Randy Rodriguez is an elite reliever.
I agree. But here's the other thing, Matthew. I'm just really glad that one fan base out there got to experience their player hitting a very big home run to cut the lead in half and then start the charge that almost allowed the American League to win the All-Star game. I'm sure all of the fans of the I'm sure all of the fans of the I'm sure all of the fans of the Las Vegas Bob, maybe we should just start the show.
Agreed. Hit it, Bob.
The Giants are rolling. The vibes are flowing. It's time for Giant Cocktails. Here are your hosts, Ben and Matthew Henry.
Welcome to episode 310. Ben, Juan Uribe had a .310 on-base percentage for the 2010 World Series champion San Francisco Giants. Uribe, as our shortstop, hit 24 home runs for the Giants that year, second on the team, only to Aubrey Huff's 26.
So what you're saying is Juan Uribe was a better shortstop than Willy Adames?
I'm saying Juan Uribe hit more home runs than Willy Adames is on pace to hit.
Okay, that's fair. Although I must say that Willie has been on a tear. So we might be running out of opportunities to take shots at him. So I took that.
Honestly, I think Willie's going to end up with more than 24 home runs.
Yeah, he's got it. He's on a tear. He's on a move. He's got it. Well, I hope for his sake he does beat Juan Uribe because it's not like everybody got all excited when Juan Uribe came to the team. You know what I mean? It's not like okay.
And he was quickly surpassed by one Brandon Crawford.
That is correct.
Not too long after that.
That is correct. So
Enough with the banter. Let's talk cocktails.
Whoa.
Yes, let's talk cocktails.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking a classic that I'm bringing back, I think from like season 1. It was so long ago in our show notes that we didn't actually have the recipe in it. But this is called the Vieux Carré. And it is a boozy classic cocktail, and I'll tell you all about it at the end of the episode.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, thank you for asking, Bob. That's very kind of you. Vieux Carré. Matthew, that sounds like a swear word in a foreign language.
It probably is. It might be like, a really bad word in French. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I think it's a cross between, it's Franglish. No, it's Franish. I think it's a cross between French and Spanish.
Oh, okay. It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's, Franish. Anyway, Bob, I am drinking a cocktail that I am calling the Schwarber effect. And when you hear what's in it, you probably won't want anything to do with it. But then you'll drink it because you need it. And then when all is said and done, it did the job and it wiped away your problems. And you can find out what's in the Schwarber effect at the end of the episode.
You just held up the drink to take a sip, and it's pink. I like it. Folks, today is Wednesday, July 16th. As we record this podcast, the Giants went 0-0 since we last recorded.
Nah.
And I don't know about you, but I've been going through some major withdrawals. The home run derby and the All-Star game did not do it for me. I got the shakes a little bit, to be honest.
You've got the shakes. Yeah,
Yes.
No, this has not been doing it for me either. But I'm going to take the win on this one, Matthew. Because, of the two Giants that appeared in the World Series, of the two Giants that appeared in the All-Star game, it's the Midsummer Classic, not the Fall Classic.
It's one of the classics.
One of the classics. One of them did well. And a Giants pitcher doing well in the All-Star game, that's kind of something to write home about. It's not as amazing as Camilo Doval getting the win a couple years ago, but Logan Webb is no Camilo Doval. So, but yeah, I'm going to take credit for that win. Granted, did I watch it happen? No, I didn't. You said you were going to watch the All-Star game, Matthew, did you?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Had friends visiting from out of town. We went entertained. I watched the highlights.
Yeah,
I caught up.
Yeah, it's not real baseball anyway. I mean, when they had penalty kicks at the end. Is that what they did? They had penalty kicks at the end, and then Carl Schwarber hit all three of his penalty kicks. I don't understand. It was very confusing. And but anyway, I'm glad it's behind us. But what I'm not glad about is we still have 2 more days. Well, I'm counting today as we record this podcast of no baseball.
Yep. I will be interested to see how many people actually download today's episode, because I'm hoping that you're jonesing for some Giant content and you came here looking for it.
Well, one of our best months of the season, Matthew, is December. So
That's true. Everyone's they got the shakes and they're looking for anything.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, and especially when the Giants are bad, December will beat some of the months during the regular season.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you want some Giant content, folks, you have come to the right place. Mm-hmm. Today, we are going to be doing our very own version of AMA.
Ooh,
Ask
really?
me anything, Giant Coctail style.
Did you get people to submit questions?
Sure.
Oh, no.
There were questions.
Did ChatGPT write questions?
I'm not going to confirm or deny where these questions came from.
Okay, all right.
But
all right.
I'm going to say that it was a collaboration between me and some other well-known information-driven things.
Claude? It wasn't Gemini, was it?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Okay.
But then the funny thing is that then we also started getting lots of questions for Bob. So Bob is going to have his own segment of AMA.
What? No.
Dude, we got him through this, man. He already got the most votes for the All-Stars episode, and you're just going to have to face the facts that he's the most popular one.
Bob's the star of the show? I don't like that. Why do I have to accept that?
Just because it's the truth.
You know what, Bob? If I don't pay the credit card bill, your voice stops working. Don't give me that look.
I don't get paid enough for this.
You don't get paid at all. A person who is not you gets paid. Okay, whatever. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. All right. Well, so it's Ask Bob Anything then? Is that what we're doing?
It is Ask Bob Anything, and he doesn't disappoint. All right.
Okay. So it's Ask Bob Anything, and then what are we doing?
we're going to answer some questions that were thrown out to the Giants verse. And I think, with our unique ability to dig deep into Giants fandom, I think we can answer some of these questions.
Okay. So these are like baseball trivia questions, or like
They're Giants related questions. Yes, they are.
Okay. And so it's like, what should the Giants do to get better in the second?
How about we just get to the next section, and then you can actually see what the questions are.
Okay.
All right. First, though, before we do that, can I just say how All-Star games suck?
This is pretty funny because they have this complaint in every sport. I
don't know why they continue to do them. I don't know why it's even a thing.
Well, I kind of like how what's happening over in the NFL, how it just kind of keeps going down in importance. Right? Remember how it used to be between...
now they're having two-hand touch with
it's flag football or two-hand touch, and it's after the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know if they still do that, but I seem to remember one time it was being after the Super Bowl. And it's just, it's more of an honor that they give at the end of the season than it is like a game that they play. I don't know why they do this. I mean, it's a good idea. I think what it is, Matthew, it's a really good idea. And baseball did it for so long, and everybody else was like, well, if baseball does it, we have to do it. And I don't know. I've heard like some of these other leagues where they talk about how like they have different formats where it's like, all the Canadians play everybody else. Like in the NHL. I don't think that's exactly what they do, but it's like North America versus Europe. Because they let Americans play hockey too. Canadians are so nice. And, but anyway, I don't, but they keep talking about, that format made it fun. And it's just like, in the basketball game, it's like 200 points to 200 points. And I don't know. I think we want them to be good, but the concept is just flawed.
It is. I frankly think that the time has passed for just name them as all-stars and then give them like 5 days off. Just let them go to I don't know, Cabo for like a week and then come back refreshed.
That's not what I want.
Okay.
I want to put them into some sort of like contest, and the person who loses is disqualified for the rest of the season. It's kind of like Hunger Games, but in reverse, or I don't know, upside down. I don't know. Anyway, could we do that?
I'll look into it.
Okay. All right. You talk to Bob. Manfred.
All right. So I think it's time to run on to
Rob.
Our
Sean.
Rob. I think it's Rob.
Ted.
It's funny now that I'm questioning what his first name is, but the commissioner of baseball.
Fred. Is he Fred Manfred?
No.
Is he boy? Is he boy Manfred?
Rob Manfred? I don't know.
He's
anyway.
Okay.
Anyway,
all right.
we'll let our listeners are all shouting it to us right now who it is. But
listeners, it should occur to you by now that we don't care.
All right. So question number 1, Ben. Let's just jump into that. It says, on paper, the Giants' offense seems pretty good. Mm-hmm. Will we ever see a lineup where our 4 all-star position players, and this is Ramos, Adames, Devers, and Chapman, hit well at the same time? Signed at Torture Baseball Fan 2010.
Matthew, is Torture Baseball Fan 2010 a real person?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Is that real person named Matthew?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I like the question. Maybe Torture Baseball Fan 2010 is a 15-year-old who really wants 2 middle-aged men to deliver the truth to him. Because the truth, kid, is this. No, you're going to be lucky if one of them is hitting. And that's the way it is. Because it's the San Francisco Giants. You think all those names on paper would look pretty good, and then that would result in a good lineup. And these are not, Matthew, just all-star. Like, these guys are not just all-stars that once upon a time. These are like recent all-stars.
Yes.
Matt Chapman was one of the best players by WAR in all of baseball last year. And yeah. So
I'm going to counter the opposite.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes. Maybe not all 4, because that might be asking too much for Giants fans. But we've already seen Adames in the last month start to hit well since he took that day off.
That's true.
So,
that is true.
He has had a very good run there. Devers, I'm hoping after the All-Star break that he just needed a little rest, because frankly, he's saying that the lower back and the groin aren't impacting his hitting, but frankly, I don't see how it couldn't.
Well, it was also
watching him run around the bases where he's kind of like in a little giddy up because he can't run really well is concerning. So I think that if he gets a little healthier, Adames continues to hit. We know Chapman's streaky anyway. Chapman will get in there and start hitting bombs. We're going to go through a stretch where all the offense is clicking, and I can't wait.
I think you're going to have to keep waiting, Matthew. I'm not going to hold my breath. I mean, I'm with you. I will be cheering them on when they do it, but I'm also going to be saying it's about effing time for effing, for phooey's sake.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because right now Adames is hitting well right now.
Okay. All right. Okay. So next question.
All right. Next question.
Remember when the Phillies fans gave Trey Turner a standing ovation when he was struggling?
Yes, I do.
Should Giants fans do that for Justin Verlander? Signed, Ben Verlander.
Oh, God. Okay, Matthew. Ben Verlander is a real person, right?
He is.
Okay.
He's Justin Verlander's brother.
Okay. Are you saying that Ben Verlander wrote us a question and this was it? Or
I'm saying that maybe he wrote us a question and this was it.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe somebody's using artistic license.
Possibly.
Okay. Okay. I think this is amazing. I think this is great. Yes, I think this is absolutely what the Giants fandom should do. Next time Verlander comes out, they just start cheering. Or when he gets into trouble, when he's let up his, because he's like right now he's in this like good start, bad start kind of phase, right?
He is. Yeah.
And when he's in the bad start and he's given up those 3 runs that he gives up in the 3rd inning, I think the whole crowd should just come to its feet, roaring, clapping, and then maybe that will clue him in that it's done, Justin. It's over. 300's not happening. Let's wrap it up, okay? Maybe you'd be a good coach.
I'm saying it can't hurt. I kind of get behind this idea. Like we could, and not just once though. Like every time he walks out to the mound, the fans stand up and cheer, and then after he ends the inning, the fans stand up and cheer. Doesn't matter what happened in between.
Right.
Okay. And just give him a standing ovation every time. All 4 times.
Yeah.
When he comes back and forth.
Here's the thing, Matthew. I don't think he's the dude that needs the ovation, actually. Because there's a universe where this man is 10-0. Pitching the same way he pitched. Like, he goes out there and he does everything exactly the same, but he's on a team that has guys that can actually hit the baseball.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure he even needs the ovation.
Okay. Well, actually, that kind of ties into the next question.
Okay.
So
All right.
Let's go to that.
Yep.
So the next question is, my wife recently gave birth to our son. I would like her to reconsider the name and change it to Chappie Adames Jung-Hoo Devers III for reasons.
Yeah.
How can I convince my wife this is a good idea? Signed, Justin Verlander.
Wow, Justin. First,
I kind of like where he's going with this, because if all of those guys realize that he's named his kid after them, that will spur them into actually hitting.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I just figured he owed these guys money. And that's like he needs
No, I think he's trying to butter them up.
I see.
Trying to give them a little incentive.
I have some questions, though. My first question is, where does the third come from?
I think it just sounds fancier.
It sounds fancier. Okay. Next question. Mm-hmm. Gia, she's not named after, like, that's just, like, that was going to be her name regardless of what team that Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman's daughter?
Yeah, Matt Chapman's daughter. That
Of course she was named after the Giants. Of course she was.
Really?
I mean, just good thing he wasn't on like the Phillies or something.
That's true. That's right. So then she'd be named Philly?
Should be Fee.
Fee, okay.
Or
I think,
I don't know, the Marlins, she could be Mar.
you know, Matthew,
Matthew,
there's a really good
Dodgers, she could be Dodd.
Dottie.
That would be like
okay.
Dottie, yeah.
You know, Matthew, there's a very good chance that one of our listeners' name is Fee.
Very good chance.
Yeah.
Or Mar for that matter.
Yeah. If your name is Dottie, though, turn us off.
You're like 80.
You're 80, and so, you know, thank you for listening. Thank you for the downloads. But also, no Dodger fans. Although, if you guys want to download our shows after the Dodgers series when the Dodgers beat us, like, I wouldn't complain. Okay.
Okay, but Ben, you didn't answer Justin's question though.
Oh.
Like, how can you convince his wife that this is a good idea?
You can't. And
I think if, you know, Kate Upton is, you know, down with supporting you as the baseball wife, then she should do whatever it takes for you to get some wins.
oh, should she?
She should agree because, you know, the man is chasing 300 wins. And does she want to be the reason why, like, that these guys aren't hitting?
Yeah, Matthew, I have been alive for almost half a century, and one thing that I have learned is that you do not tell women what to do. Let's move on to the next question.
No, Chappie Adamus Jung-Hoo Devers III.
It's a horrible name.
I agree. Go for it, Justin.
Horrible name, Kate. Don't do it.
All right. Next question. If the Giants missed the playoffs by one game, how do I pick which loss to irrationally blame? Signed, Justin Verlander.
You were really into that name question, right? Like, you thought that was super clever? Because this is pretty funny. And this is the question that should have been on the show, but you really liked the wife one. And so you decided to keep both of them? Is that what happened here? Is that what happened?
I will say that you ran through these questions before I did.
Before you did.
I mean, before we recorded. Yeah. And so you had a chance to veto. You did.
Oh yeah, but Matthew, when I have the choice between roasting you on the show or vetoing it and not cutting it right out, I will take roasting you every time.
All right, which loss though? Which loss should we irrationally blame?
Oh man, I think all of them. I think you could complain that we should have won the division by 5 games, Justin. I think all of them. Like, give credit where credit is due. But also the ones where Randy screwed you. No, I believe Eric Miller blew saves for you twice. So let's take both of those. We'll blame it. We'll put it all on the lefty's back.
There we go.
Because lefties, doesn't matter what kind of abuse they take, they're still going to have a job. He's always going to have a job.
Okay, another person asked this next question. So it's not, we're done with Justin Verlander questions. So the question is, will the Giants be active at the trade deadline this year? Signed at definitely not Yaz.
Well, definitely not Yaz. I don't think the Giants will be very active. I mean, if they can make some small moves on the margins, then yeah, Mike, you might want to be looking over your shoulder. Look, dude, the lineup's not good. And like, it's not going to take a lot to make it better. Although we brought in a lot and a little. And none of it seems to have mattered, so I don't know. But old Gerald Dempsey does not strike me as the man who gives up. He's not the giving up kind of type, So I think that if he thinks there's a move that can make this team better, he's going to make it. So, yeah, you might be doomed. Definitely not Yaz.
I kind of agree. I feel like we've been saying that the big trades are done and that the Giants are going to stand pat because they've already made their big trade, but we don't know. This is Buster's first go around, and maybe he's going to swing for another player or two, and maybe it's a starting pitcher. Maybe it's another outfielder. It'll be interesting to see, but I would not be surprised if there is another trade that happens to bring in someone before the trade.
Well, the starting pitcher question is actually really interesting because I have seen a few people float that idea, and I'm just like, okay, I don't dislike it, and I see why it might be a good fit. But I'm like, so you're just going to bring another guy in who's not going to win because the offense sucks? Like, how does that make you better? Like, if our offense could just sometimes occasionally do something in a month other than April, then yeah, go get another starter. But like, I just feel like it's going to be wasted.
Well, you might be right. You might be right. And I think, you know, the biggest answer to any of these is that the current Giants need to play better. But, you know, I wouldn't think poorly of adding another bat.
All right. Yeah, I agree.
All right. Last question was, how do you judge the season so far compared to your preseason expectations? Signed at Farhan's Burner.
Oh, okay, Farhan's Burner. I mean, I didn't know they were going to torture me in this way, but I knew that torture was coming. I think they're still on pace to win 84 games, which was my prediction. And I was leaning positive. Like, I was leaning into it. That's Ben being optimistic. So if they were to come in and win 82 or 81 or 80 games, I wouldn't be that surprised. So quite frankly, Farhan, I mean, maybe or maybe not Farhan, it's kind of meeting my expectations. I just didn't know it was going to happen in this way. Although I did think the pitching was stronger than the hitting. And I did think they didn't have a lot of depth at the position player level. And that was a problem. And that's all turned out to be true. So, I guess it's matching my expectations exactly.
Okay. Ben, they are on pace to win 87 games, just so you know. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. What does Fangraphs
which
say
is
they're going to do,
closer
though?
to my 89, I think, that I had originally predicted. And so I would say that they're a little bit under what I had thought, but within striking distance. I don't know. My expectations, I have some experience behind these expectations, Ben. I've been a Giants fan for a very long time. And one thing that I have learned is that it's really dangerous to have expectations going into a season. And you can hope. You can hope for things. You can want things to happen, but ultimately the Giants are going to do what the Giants are going to do. But I would say so far we're in a playoff spot or just outside a playoff spot. We are in the hunt. That's good enough for me. I think the last, I'm going to say it, half of the season is going to be interesting.
Okay.
So we're done with our questions. Now's Bob's turn.
Okay. Bob's turn.
All right. And Bob was popular. Bob had some questions.
Okay. Bob's only got 5 minutes. Are we giving Bob extra time?
Well, Bob tends to be pretty short in his answers. So I think we'll be
true.
okay.
Bob doesn't really. Okay. So are we what do we decide? We're alternating these questions? Like you're going to read one and I'm going to read one?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. Okay. Here we go. All right.
First question was, Bob, I just traded away Logan Webb in my fantasy league for 2 relievers and a bottle of Fernet. Good deal?
Are you drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Bob. I agree, Bob. That was a horrible trade. It was a horrible trade.
Yeah. Although Fernet is vastly underrated as far as
it's not that good.
liqueur is good.
It's not that good.
I think it's great.
You just buy it yourself at the liquor store, first of all, and otherwise, not that good. No.
Maybe if you'd gone for a bottle of chartreuse,
Okay.
then maybe a little more defendable.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's a fair trade. I'd trade Logan for a bottle of green chartreuse, for sure. Absolutely. All right, next question, Bob. Bob, my girlfriend just told me she's a lifelong Dodgers fan. Is this a deal breaker?
Dodgers suck.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm going to say this is a deal breaker.
Yeah, no,
I
I
agree with Bob on
agree.
this one.
And first of all, and then also she's duplicitous. She's a liar. She hid this from you. Don't trust her. Don't trust her. I mean, don't trust a Dodger fan, first of all, in general. but the fact that she held it from you, she's probably going to be like, oh, I love you so much. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to put our relationship in danger. Liar. Kick her to the street.
From my own personal experience, so my son is going to college in LA. And during just about a month ago, he sends me a photo from a baseball game. And it's not clear where he's at, but he sends me a photo of he's at a baseball game.
Where are you right now? Where are you?
That's exactly what I texted him. I said, you better not be at a Dodgers game. And he wrote back, relax, I'm watching the Angels. And so I was like, okay, well, and
Good.
I was okay
Good
with
kid.
that. So if my misguided son becomes an Angels fan, then that's okay. But boy, if he becomes a Dodgers fan, then he's paying for his senior year in college for sure.
I will miss that one extra nephew that I used to have.
That's right. What nephew?
Yeah, what nephew? I never had it. I've only ever had the ones that I currently have. I'm not giving out any more PII, people, because Matthew just keeps pumping my PII out there like he just does not care about my personal data. I'm not giving it out on my own. Anyway, side rant.
Okay. All right, next question. This is Bob, who do you trust more? Your therapist, your dog, or Buster Posey?
I'd trust Buster with my life.
I feel like that's a good call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a dog person anyway, so yeah, I don't think the dog would be my choice. Therapists come and go. Yeah, but Buster Posey is a legend, man. So I think you got to trust Buster more.
I agree. I trust Buster to do his best to make the Giants better. I
don't think your dog would do that.
No, I don't. And I would also trust him to get a restraining order if you got too close to him. But
yeah, you've been seeing your same therapist for years now.
Yeah.
Therapist or Buster Posey?
Buster Posey. Yeah.
Where does the therapist lie on the trust scale between dog, Buster, and therapist?
It's third.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Like, what?
Because Joey's definitely not going to be third.
Like Joe's a straight shooter. Joe is like the straightest shooter I know. The thing is, like, his advice is not the best, because his answer to pretty much everything is peanut butter. Exactly. I'm like, Joe, what should I do? He's like, peanut butter.
Yeah, first, give me some peanut butter. We can talk.
Yeah, I think that's what he's really trying to tell me. He's like, oh, I will take a salty treat also. The more salt, the better.
Folks, Ben has the largest dog on the planet.
He's 130 pounds.
This huge Doberman kind of looking dog.
Yeah, well, he's half
is
Doberman.
Also the cuddliest, like sweetest.
He's
dog
very
ever.
sweet. He's not cuddly. He does not like physical affection. Although he does like to have his feet scratched, oddly enough. But we're going off the rails here, Matthew. Maybe we should make this about.
Okay,
we should get back to Bob.
Next question. Okay,
Bob, be honest with me. Is it weird that I have a framed picture of Logan Webb in my bathroom?
Logan Webb is a handsome man.
Yeah, I want to make it clear, Bob, that Logan is in the part where we have the dual sinks. He's not in the toilet room. Okay? I just want to make that clear. Okay? He's a handsome man.
That's probably a good distinction. Yes,
he's a handsome man, but he's not that handsome.
I don't see any reason why you wouldn't have Logan Webb on your bathroom wall. I'm surprised I haven't thought of it. I'm gonna go talk to my significant other like right after this is done and bargain for it.
I don't look, he's not there because he's handsome. I'm not on this boat. I don't know why this is a thing for like Bob and Matthew. Like I don't like Logan. I like a lot of things about Logan. It's not, that's not one of them.
Next question. Bob, I bet my Padres fan coworker that they'd collapse by August. Too early?
The Padres are gonna Padre.
Yeah, I trust that more than anything.
I do. The history will speak, and I think August is a good bet.
Yeah,
in my
At
mind.
some point, when are they playing the Dodgers the latest? That's when they're going to Padre. Well, just go look on the schedule, see whenever they're playing the Dodgers series. They're going to probably lose 2 games going into that. They're going to get swept in that series. And then after that, it's just absolute carnage. That's how the Padres are going to roll this year. All right, Bob, next question. Bob, we're only a half game out of the 3rd wild card spot. Is it okay to believe?
Hope is a dangerous drug. Step away.
That's right. Hope is a dangerous thing, Bob.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, I think it is. I'm like half 3rd wild card. They're not in the wild card spot right now. They're not making the playoffs, and I'm just like, that seems about right.
And frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if we end 1 game out of that 3rd, or tied and lose the tiebreaker.
Lose the tiebreaker, which these days is just it's already happened. It's fate accompli.
Yeah.
All right, last question.
All right, last question. Bob, should we be concerned when Ben goes on one of his rants?
That would be no. This is what happens when we let Ben drink too much.
It's true. Yeah, it's normal behavior, folks.
It is, and it's definitely the booze talking.
Yeah,
you know, Ben is in normal times. Ben is able to control himself, but when we're having a couple of cocktails talking about the Giants, just things go off the rails.
I don't think it's the booze as much as it is the microphone. Actually, though, but you know what? As I say that, I'm realizing that's total BS because I'm thinking about the times before and after the show when you and I are talking about the Giants, and that's when I really let it out. And sometimes I do it midweek in text message form. But mostly it's before and after the show. I quite frankly, folks, when I'm going on one of my rants, I'm pulling my punches. I'm not doing what I really do when the microphone is not on. But it's still the alcohol. Bob's absolutely right. I don't have a problem. I don't have an anger problem. You have an anger problem. Leave me alone.
All right. Looking ahead, Ben.
Looking ahead.
After we get through this All-Star break, we're going to be starting the season in another country.
Oh, wow.
We are going to be in Toronto, Canada, facing the Blue Jays. I looked it up. Kevin Gausman is not one of the pitchers that we're scheduled to go against.
That's good. That's good news.
That is good, actually. But the Blue Jays have been playing well. They are 55-41. They are in first place in the American League East. 2 games in front of the Yankees. They are 7-3 in their last 10, and at home they are 32-16.
Wow, that's a 666 winning percentage, Matthew. That's a lot. 32-16. My goodness. Goodness gracious. I don't like that.
So let's win one.
I guess. Man, let's win. Let's win.
That would be the average. If we win one, then that's kind of what they do at home.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed. That's true. We would be doing what everybody else does. I say let's win one and hope that the U.S. government lets all of our players back into the country on the way back.
Oh,
because that's not guaranteed.
That's not guaranteed at all.
Isn't it time
even for the
booze, boys?
Yes, it is. It's time for the booze, boys.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking the Vieux Carré. And the Vieux Carré is out of New Orleans. It's one of the first old-timey cocktails. It's got 3/4 ounces of rye whiskey, 3/4 ounces of cognac, 3/4 ounces of sweet vermouth, 2 teaspoons of Benedictine, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. Put all those into a mixing glass with ice. Give it a good stir. And traditionally, this is one of those drinks that's not served with an ice cube, but I put an ice cube in it. I put a big block in there just because I like the ice. You're going to strain the drink into a rocks glass with or without ice. And you're going to garnish it with a lemon twist to express some oil over the drink and lemon oil, and then drop it in. And then add a Luxardo cherry on a cocktail pick because Luxardo cherries are awesome. So that's what I'm drinking, Bob. The Vieux Carré.
That's a tasty cocktail.
Thanks, Bob. I actually really enjoy it.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, thank you for asking, Bob. That's very kind of you. Today, Bob, I am drinking a cocktail that I am calling the Schwarber Effect. And what's in a Schwarber Effect? Well, it has 1.5 ounces of indigo gin to give it that unsettling purple color. Then it has 1/2 ounce of mezcal. The smokier, the better, to give it that unsettling, smoky profile. To that, you add 1 ounce of simple syrup, because this cocktail needs to be overly sweet so that you can get through it. To that, you add 3/4 ounce of lime juice to make it tart and limey. I don't know. You put all of that into a shaker with ice. You shake it until it's well chilled, and you double strain it into a cocktail glass, chilled, and then you float a lime wheel on top as your garnish. And when you hear the ingredients, you are put off because you're like, mezcal and indigo gin, what? And then you see it and you're like, it's purple? And so you don't like it. You don't want to have anything to do with it, like Kyle Schwarber. But then it's all you got, and you really need it to do its job so that you don't have bad memories. Just like Randy Rodriguez in the All-Star game. And so you drink it, and then it does the trick. And that's why it's called the Schwarber Effect. Thank you, Mr. Schwarber, for getting our guy off the hook. I still don't like you. And that's what I'm drinking today, Bob. The Schwarber Effect.
That's a tasty cocktail.
Yes, it was actually good. You know, adjust the sweetener and the tartness to your personal preferences. But I like mine overly sweet, so there you have it. But it was very good. And that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us. We will be back on Monday after the Giants have finally played real baseball games. Even if it wasn't in our own country. If you can't wait that long to get your fix, feel free to follow us on social media. You can find us at the username Giant Cocktails. If you can't find us, we aren't there, and you shouldn't be either. The places that we are include YouTube. So run over there to like, subscribe, and watch our logo sit there on the screen for 45 minutes as we yammer away. You can also comment over on Spotify. But most importantly, be sure to leave us a positive review at your podcasting platform of choice, such as the formerly mentioned Schwarberify or Apple Podcasts. Matthew, it was great talking San Francisco Giants. You were very talk show hosty today. Keep up the good work. Cheers, my friend.
Thanks, Ben. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Giant Cocktails Podcast. Until next time, bottoms up.
Yeah, I was thinking like in the All-Star game, I bet you Randy Rodriguez was sitting next to Robbie Ray before he went out.
Oh my God, that's right, because Robbie Ray was there. He didn't pitch, but he was. Oh my God, I just had a revelation.
Mm-hmm.
He gave Tarek Screwball the old 180. Tarek taught him the voodoo curse. Sorry, not voodoo. Just the curse. And he used it on Screwball so that Screwball gave up 2 runs to Coctail Marte. The Arizona Diamondbacks almost single-handedly won the All-Star game before Randy Rodriguez got involved. Before Randy Rodriguez and Adrian Morejon got involved. Oh, that's why they did it. It was a conspiracy. Morejon and Rodriguez, they got together and they were like, we can't let the Diamondbacks be the heroes. That's why that happened. That's why they blew the game on purpose. Oh, thanks. Sweet relief. Sweet relief. That's why it happened, Matthew.
I'll take it.